Hey everybody, it's me Ian. So today, I want to be discussing the animes that I saw in between the span of, I guess, September and now. I was gonna do just the fall anime that I saw, but I saw a whole lot more stuff that wasn't currently airing that I've wanted to talk about. So I will be talking about the animes that I've seen and finished, mostly, of September to right now. So the first one of these animes that I saw was Danmachi, otherwise known as Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. Now, I really liked this one. I thought this one was really good. And I think when I go through these, I'm just going to point out some highlights that I thought of these animes. I really like the animation. Hestia, oh, she's one heck of a character, I gotta say. And Belsama, he's really good. He's a really good generic harem protagonist, but I guess he's good at what he does. So after that, these aren't in any particular order. I'm just listing off some of the ones that I saw. After that, then we have Death Parade. I've already talked a lot about Death Parade, but I'm saying it's one of my favorite animes. It's one of my most favorite animes. The concept itself about the Quindecum and the Nora Genji, the Nona Genji, it's a really creative idea, and it has a lot of drama and tension, and I just really enjoyed it. Decum especially. Decum was one of my favorite characters of this year. So another one that I saw was Dead Man Wonderland. Now, this anime is rather notorious for having a really bad ending where it's just like screw you, go read the manga, and I'm gonna say it's really true because that ending, I wouldn't say it really it it hurt, like it downgraded the whole series for me, but it really did impact the series in a lot of ways, like leaving so many unanswered questions. We never did get a season 2, and yeah, it sucks, even though the concept of it was like really similar to like Dead Man Wonderland and stuff like, or yeah, Dead Man Wonderland was really similar to Elfen Lied, which I haven't seen, but I heard it has a lot of similarities to. So yeah, there's that, and we also have Sword Art Online 2. I was a pretty big fan, or not a really big fan, but I was an average fan of the first Sword Art Online. I watched it back in March. I thought it was really good. So I waited a while until I watched season 2. It was like, what, 9 months or something that I waited? And yeah, I gotta say, it was definitely better than the first one, I'll give it that. But, overall, Sword Art Online, it's rather notorious for being one of the worst animes out there. I mean, I wouldn't agree to that degree. I wouldn't say it's that bad, but it's not the best. Like a lot of people like it. Like, I admit I like it, but it's not as bad as some other shows I've seen, and it's not as great as a lot of other shows I've seen. So after Sword Art Online, I started watching Fairy Tail. Now, my first thoughts on Fairy Tail, I'm only like 14 episodes in, so I have a lot to go. And my first thoughts on Fairy Tail, I think it's really good. For it being like a mainstream anime, I'm not messing up. I'm not, discriminating against mainstream anime, but a lot of it has been notorious for being like long running shonen animes that are like very bad or like lose tension after a while. With the exception of maybe One Piece and some others, and Gintama. But Fairy Tail, a lot of people are hating it after 2014. I haven't seen the 2014 version. I'm just barely starting 2011, and yeah, it's really good so far. I don't know if I'm not gonna like it or not later down the line, but we'll see when that happens. So after that, we have Mirai Nikki, otherwise known as the Future Diary. Wow, I didn't know what to expect when I started watching this, but when I started watching it, wow, oh my god, wow, this is a really good one. This is actually really good. It's rather notorious for giving us the character Gasai, who is the famous yandere that everyone seems to love and hate at the same time. And depending on which version you watched, whether you watched the dub or sub, I'm telling you, for most of these, I watched the dub, except for the currently airing animes, because, sub, and the ones that don't have a sub, or the ones that don't have a dub. But I watched Miraneki dubbed. Don't ask me why, I just prefer dubs over subs. But, I don't hate subs. So, I watched it dubbed, with the exception of the OVA, because that hadn't been dubbed. So, the dub version really toned down Yuno's, Yuki, which I heard that is like, she like does that a lot in the sub version, where she's like, Yuki, 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 and I heard it got really annoying after a while. The dub didn't have that issue, at least not with the annoying voice, because the voice actor that they got to play is really good. I really liked her performance in Tokyo Ghoul and other shows like that. And after Mirai Nikki, we have No Game No Life. This one, people compare it to Sword Art Online, and in my opinion, I don't think it deserves that comparison, because No Game No Life literally does not share any similarities to Sword Art Online at all. Like, it is nothing like Sword Art Online. Like, we have what? Oh, people stuck in a video game world? Yep, this is totally like Sword Art Online. No, not really, because in Sword Art Online, like, Kirito himself is actually in an MMO that exists in their world. Meanwhile, Sora and Shiro, they're stuck in a world where games solve everything. So technically, there's really not that many similarities to Sword Art Online and No Game No Life. But I will say, No Game No Life is really good. I really enjoyed the characters Sora and Shiro. They're really good. Jibril has to be one of my favorite characters of the year. And yeah, I think that's that. So after that, we have Angel Beats. Yeah, I didn't see Angel Beats up until this quarter. How about that? So Angel Beats was really, everyone says Angel Beats is one of the most saddest animes, next to like Clannad and Canon and other stuff like that, which I haven't seen yet. So, what did I think of it? Well, obviously, the ending. Won't spoil anything for those who haven't seen it, because, people will complain, oh, it's an old anime, you should have already seen it. Not everyone gets that chance, I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, I haven't seen Trigun, Neon Genesis, I haven't seen any of those, like, classics that they so call. So, I have the right to not spoil anything that, no matter how old it is, like, I wouldn't even spoil Snow White, like, Jesus Christ. Like, I even have to ask, like, okay, everyone here has seen so-and-so, right? Yeah, that's what I do. So, no spoilers, but the ending, God, that really pissed me off, I really like the main character, Otonashi, and one of the side characters, TK, I think he's really cool. So, yeah, after that was Tokyo Ghoul Season 2. I watched Tokyo Ghoul in, like, September. I finally finished Season 2, like, a couple weeks ago. And, I do agree with everyone that it's not as good as the first season. And it's certainly not the worst anime. It's certainly not a bad anime. It's certainly not a bad anime. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Skype keeps wanting to call. No. Shut up! Okay. Sorry about that. So, a lot of people didn't really like Tokyo Ghoul's ending, like the first season's ending, because of them changing up the story from the anime to the manga, and from the manga to the anime. And therefore, people didn't really like Season 2 because it was basically just its own thing, and it wasn't like the manga at all. So that got people pissed, like really, really pissed. You don't know how pissed that made people. But, making it like its own thing, I have to say that I really enjoyed Season 2. I will agree, it's not as best as the first, it's not as good as the first one, but it was really good. The ending got to me a bit, but, when Season 3 rolls around, I'll come around and watch it. So next on the list, we have Squid Girl. Now, I finished Season 1, and I'm currently watching Season 2. I have to say that Squid Girl Season 1 it's a really, it's a comedy series. Can't go wrong with comedy series, right? All the jokes are really good. Squid puns. The dub lies around with squid puns, and the squid puns, they can get old after a while. But I'm the type of guy who like makes dad jokes in school. So I just really enjoyed the series, and I'm looking forward to finishing up season 2 and the OVAs. So after that, we'll wait on that one. After that, we have I can't understand what my husband is saying. Danaga nari wa itiru ka waka, or whatever. And I finished the first season. I'm still watching the second season, even though the episode is 3 minutes. I should have finished it already, but procrastination. So yeah, basically, the episodes are like 3 minutes long, and it's just like adapted from a four panel comic, and it's about this guy who marries, or it's about this girl who marries this otaku guy, and yeah, hijinks ensues. Yeah. The comedy is really good in the series. I really like the two main characters, and I think that's the gist of it. So then we have Assassination Classroom. Who boy, everyone knows how you guys know how Assassination Classroom season 2 is coming like tomorrow or today or it comes out January 8th. It's January 7th today I'm recording this. So I'm hyped for season 2. I just finished Assassination Classroom like 3 weeks ago, I think it was. Yeah, something like that. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really like Koro Sensei. And, with how the ending of season 1 went, I'm really excited to see how season 2 goes. So after that, we have... Ooh, okay. We have Your Lie in April. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Probably the saddest anime I've ever seen. Or probably I've seen as of yet. Because I know there might be other ones that are more sad than Your Lie in April. But I don't cry. I'm not a crying person. I'm going to tell you guys that. I don't cry like physical tears. I cry on the inside, alright? I'm a man. I don't cry on the outside. So what you gonna do? Okay. But in all seriousness, for some reason I don't really cry actual tears. Like when I'm like watching something or reading something. But it's more of like on the inside, like how I feel. And Your Lie in April got me feeling some ways, man. I'm telling you. And oh my god, it was like... I don't even know what to say. It was just... So, I think that's that. Next, Free, Iwatobi Swim Club. Now, I finished season 1 already, and I'm currently watching season 2. So, yeah. Free is actually my first swimming is my first swimming anime. It is actually the first sports anime that I've seen. And yeah, I think it is my first sports anime, and I think it's like really good. So like, I really liked Haru and Makoto, Nagisa, and Rei and Rin. These are all lovable characters. Like I really love them all. I think the series has some good comedy. I barely started watching it. Because the dub like just came out like on Christmas. So I'm like, oh yeah, I can watch this on Christmas. Oh boy, and yeah. And I'll have you know that I also finished Free season 1 and Your Lie in April all on Christmas. So I was like, ugh, what a horrible Christmas present. But yeah, so that's that. Free was really good. Okay, and some other ones. Let's see, is there any more? Alright, yes, I watched the 2 Little Witch Academia movies. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like in a short movies by Studio Trigger, which also made Kill la Kill. And I have to say, Little Witch Academia was really really good. Like the 2 movies, just for the 2 movies, I was like, oh man, I can't wait for this to get like an anime series, like a TV series, I hope they make an anime series out of that. I would watch the shit out of it. And yeah, what else is there? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So let's talk about the fall anime, Comet Lucifer. Now, I've only seen 2 episodes of it, and same with I've only seen 2 episodes of it. Same with Asterisk Wars. I've only seen 4 episodes of Asterisk Wars. They're really good so far. I think I'm gonna like Comet Lucifer over Asterisk Wars just because Comet Lucifer seems like my type of show, and Asterisk Wars is kind of meh at the moment. While Comet Lucifer, it's really good with what 2 episodes I've seen. So yeah, that's something. What else is there? Oh right, okay. Noragami season 2. Whew! Oh my god, man, what a ride! I was a really big fan of the first season I saw in August, and I've been obsessed with the series. It's one of my favorite animes, and season 2 just it keeps on going with how good it can be, with how great it is. People say, "Oh, it's just a Soul Eater ripoff." It's just like people can turn into weapons. Oh, it's Soul Eater. Yeah, they are made by the same production studio, but that doesn't matter really. Noragami is its own thing, and I think it's really, really good. I think everyone should watch it because Yato is like fucking hilarious. Yukine is like a fucking adorable. Hiyori is freaking cute as fuck. Fucking Kofuku, oh my god. Bishimon, all these great characters are just in this one anime, and it covers the Ebisu and Bishimon arcs of the series. So if you read the manga, I guess that means something. But yeah, then we have Shingeki Kyojin Attack on Titan Junior High. This one was really I heard a lot of complaints about it because they're saying, oh, we don't get season 2, but we can get this. What the fuck, I personally enjoyed this. I thought of it what it was. It was its own spin-off thing, and it was doing its own thing. And that's pretty much all we need. Because fucking, people hate on Teen Titans because... people hate on Teen Titans Go because, oh, it's not, like, a continuation of Teen Titans, so that just sucks. If you think of it as its own thing, it's not as bad as comparing it to the original. But, Attack on Titan Junior High, just basically the Attack on Titan cast is just thrown into Junior High. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole series. It's comedy. It's like nothing of like the psychological thriller that Attack on Titan was, even though it probably wasn't that much of a psychological thriller to begin with. But I guess we have to talk about the inevitable. Come on, we all knew this was coming. One Punch Man, fucking. I would say that One Punch Man was the best anime of the year, but I haven't seen every anime of this year of 2015. I would say One Punch Man is the best anime of 2015 of what I've seen. And 2015 was the year that I first started getting into anime. So all the animes that I've seen thus far, I've only seen in 2015, besides Attack on Titan, which I saw in 2014. So yeah. One Punch Man. What do I need to say? It's fucking amazing. Saitama's the fucking boss. Genos is fucking hot. Tatsumaki, I love all these characters. I love the story. One Punch Man, best anime of the fall 2015 of anime season. Even though I didn't watch all animes in 2015 the fall season, so I have no right to say. In my opinion, it's probably the favorite, my most favorite. It's one of my favorites. It's not up there with the top 5, my top 5, but it was a really good one. So I think that covers everything. So what am I going to be watching in the winter season? Well, Assassination Classroom 2, obviously, and I heard of this Fairy Tail prequel called Fairy Tail Zero, which I might give a look into. And I think there's a few others that I might, just watch, just to see how it is. I'm not sure. I think that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, why not consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, and yeah, see you guys next time. Take care.